What's going on, everybody? There we go. I had to go turn on my mic. Had to turn on my mic and get myself together for this one. But good morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Black Male Talk. Thank you for joining us today. I wanted to actually do this one and actually be in the right type of mind. See, I didn't even fix up my hair or pull my hair back. I just actually wanted to sit down and have a talk with you. Because I never knew so much about it as I did, but actually I didn't even know that it was actually something that actually happens more than it should. And what is that you may ask? A lot of us have a job. Some work 2 jobs. Some work jobs that aren't the most glamorous. Some work jobs that are pretty luxurious. My dad worked doing cement. He also drove a truck. He also cut grass. My dad was a jack of all trades. My mom was in law enforcement. And she also worked at a hospital doing cleanup. She also was a CNA. She was a postmaster. And also she drove truck. And also not too long ago, recently, she's a contractor. And also she also does she drives a dump not the dump truck, what's the truck called? The bedrock trucks. She drives them, paid real good money. So does my stepfather. Why do I say this? There was no specific job that one person can do or just fits a certain type of criteria. My mom was only 5'4". Yes, she drives those big rigs. She works hard, comes back dirty, gets her nails done, and cleans up. Some of her sisters look at her like, Zet, why do you do that? That ain't what a woman does. You need to go get a job that's in the office, but that's not her type of cup of tea. She's the type that likes to go out there and work and do sheetrock and help out with plumbing and change out toilet seats and stuff like that for her houses that she owns. She makes good money. My father, a lot of men crack jokes on him because he owns many acres. And he's out there before the sun comes up. They like to crack jokes on him saying that you work like a slave. You work like you going to get whipped by master if you don't get that fields done. And though sometimes that is pretty hateful and irregular and disappointing that black men and some people will say that to him, that he's out there with his helpers, and yes, some of them are Hispanic, that people will talk down on this brother. They'll even try to, we'll call it job shaming. And though that this does happen from time to time and people try to make light of it, this is something that's real in America. Now, I don't know every job that you work or that some of y'all go through. I don't know what type of field of work that y'all are in. But I tell you this today, regardless of the job that you're doing, you should never be ashamed. You should never feel belittled or inadequate because you're not working where you think that you should be, or because you have a certain type of education that you're pumping gas, or you're working at a gas station, or that you're working. Yes, I understand that it's just a stepping stone. Let me say that again. It's just a stepping stone. It's a job. You can always work your way up if you so choose. Don't ever let people make you feel like you're less than because, oh, wait, why are you doing that? Like, you're lame as hell, man. Like, I would never want to do something like that. Like, I could never see myself working like some damn slave for some man. Like, when people say that, they're trying to belittle you, shame you, make you feel less than because it's something that they can't see themselves doing. But see, last time I checked, you are not them and they are not you. you are not working towards the same goals that they're at. Everybody wants to reach and get inside the castle, but see, how many of y'all are willing to build your own castle? How many of y'all willing to go through the struggles? I work many jobs, 2 to 3 jobs at a time. Flip burgers and cleaned out greasers, cut grass, worked at a gas station as a stock boy, collected metal, donated plasma, worked in the military. I did boxing. I did a lot of jobs. And though some people laughed at me or try to make me feel self-inadequate, or I had females talk down on me and say, oh, I can't ever see myself with you. Well, that's good, but I couldn't see myself getting with somebody who doesn't appreciate me for who I am. I see men try to talk down on women because they're working and the man's not even working, but he's saying like, shit, girl, you're too fine to be doing that job. Well, shit, then what's she supposed to be doing? I don't understand that. You get mad that at the women who don't work, and you say that they use up the system, but the woman who is working, she's not using her beauty for the job. She's just working the job. Literally saw this girl, you thought she would have been a model. If I go down to the Berkeley sanitation, she's right there, sitting right there, make sure people throw their trash in the proper dumpster, in the recycle bins. And you'll be like, yo, what are you doing here like that, girl? Like, shit, you too damn fine. She'll be like, it's a check. I got college at nighttime. I got this job during the daytime. And no, she don't got no kids. She's just there to do her job. But see, we got this type of ideology and mentality in our mind that you can only be working some type of job, or that you're only stuck in a certain type of place, that you'll try to shame the next man or woman because they're doing something that you're afraid to do or that you're stepping out into doing. You see, you got to understand that there's stepping blocks and stones, that everybody's not born with a silver spoon. And if they have a silver spoon, what do they have to do to keep getting that type of plate to keep coming to them? You see, when you get to the top, you got to keep to stay at the top, man. And see, some of y'all are going to constantly keep on bickering, complaining, and bitching at the people who are doing what they need to do. You'll keep talking about a system, but shit, you ain't trying to get into that kind of system to get that type of money. You'll talk about the different systems that are helping people, but those are people that are out there working those jobs. VA, Social Security, DMV, postal services, law enforcement, firefighters. I can't see myself as no pig. Well, guess what? That's not your job. But the brother who's working out there, the 9 to 5, the working the beat, he can. That's the job he chose. He chose to make a difference in his life for him, for whatever he's trying to do. But see, we try to continuously job shame them. And this is not just a black thing. This is a white thing. This is a Hispanic thing. You'll talk down on Hispanic, but last time I checked, the Hispanic are beating your black ass. You'll talk about that hillbilly redneck who's walking around missing a few teeth. But see, at the end of the day, he goes home to his home that he's already paid off. He goes home to his property that's already been bought. You'll talk about that black dude who's a lame, who seems like a bum, or he's like a goober. But this man right now has a savings account. And every other month he goes out on vacation. And know that some people may not look at him as a leader or role model, but to those at his job, he's the ideal worker that they aspire to get behind and live up to and get behind. And some people go to school, and I want to say that because I'm going to show you, I'm going to try to get up this clip. I'm going to try to get up this clip about a brother named Godfrey. Y'all may know him from The Cosby Show. And how people tried to shame him because he was working bagging groceries. Now, some people say, I can never see myself doing that. He's an actor. Why would he be doing something like that? That looks so like a bum. What the fuck is he supposed to do? He has a family. You see, a lot of y'all want to get into that type of field of success, but you're not willing to make those type of changes and elevation to reach that type of success. I know people who have a doggone MBA, but they work at fucking Verizon. I know some people who have a master's, but they work at doggone gas stations as a doggone manager. Things happen in life. And I'm not saying that everything's going to turn out in your favor or work towards towards the way you want it to. But see, sometimes things will make you stumble and fall. Sometimes you can work to get your dream home and lose it in a divorce. Sometimes you can work hard to try to save up everything that you have and to lose it in a fire or disaster. Set you back. You go into depression, lose your job. You can always get back. You have nothing to be ashamed of. Don't let society put you in a bubble or in their little box where they see that you need to be working a certain type of conform reality towards how they see it. Because honestly, if you go off of what they tell you to do, some of us will still be out there in the goddamn fields. Some women will never go into the schools or the classrooms. Some men will never go outside their community. Some people will never leave certain type of political backgrounds. And some people will never try to step out and make a change. We have to be real with ourselves, people. This is not a fly-by-night type of thing. This is an individual type of thing. And you can talk whatever you want to talk or say whatever you want to say or make any type of judgment calls if you want. That's fine. I'm fine with that. I'm secure in myself. I'm in my 30s. I get SSDI. I got my VA. And I have multiple streams of income. I'm an investor. Also, I sell and barter and trade in different other types of arms and materials. I work hard for where I am at and what I'm doing. I don't let what people say about me or how they judge me or my appearance or how I look or how I may talk. I don't let that dictate on what I do. By the people that sit at my table every day when I eat dinner, or when I close my eyes, or whenever I lock my door, the people that are in my home, they are what mold me into what I do because I do what I do so that way they can have a nice life, go to school, put gas in the car, put on nice clothing. I do that because that's what I'm supposed to do. And that's my only obligation I am supposed to work towards. I'm not obligated to you. That's society. And that's how some of y'all who have these jobs, y'all need to feel the same way. You're not obligated under nobody's watch. Let me see if I can pull up this video for you guys. Try to do y'all solid. I think I can grab the video. I think it was done by CB. I think it was one of those news stations. Don't quote me on it. Here we go. Here we go. All right, I got it up. And hopefully it plays the audio correctly.
Now we have the ABC News exclusive with the Cosby Show star Jeffrey Owens. A photo of him working at a supermarket in New Jersey going viral online. Some appearing to job shame the actor. So many, though, coming to his defense. We're going to hear from him live in just a moment. But first, ABC's Lindsay Davis has his story. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Robin. Many in Hollywood are explaining, look, this is a common practice to have multiple side jobs to support yourself as a working actor. For 15 months, Jeffrey Owens did just that, working at Trader Joe's. He says some shoppers recognized him from The Cosby Show, but it was never an issue until now.
Dr. Huxtable, can I come in?
You have to.
He played the ever-optimistic Elvin, Cliff and Claire Huxtable's dutiful son-in-law on The Cosby Show.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Huxtable. I didn't think you did that kind of thing.
What kind of thing? Getting big laughs for putting his foot in his mouth. Serve whom?
Serve him.
Infamous for wearing his emotions on his sleeve. But this morning, 26 years after The Cosby Show went off the air, Jeffrey Owens is going viral. All because a woman shopping at Trader Joe's snapped photos of him working at a New Jersey grocery store. Outlets pounced, posting the pictures accompanied by headlines like, Cosby Show actor Jeffrey Owens spotted bagging groceries at New Jersey Trader Joe's. Many on social media are seeing it as a form of job shaming and coming to Owens' defense. Athlete turned actor Terry Crews writing, I swept floors after the NFL. If need be, I'd do it again. Good, honest work is nothing to be ashamed of. Patricia Heaton, who hit it big on Everybody Loves Raymond, tweeting, "Why is this news? When I worked on 30-something, I was also summarizing depositions to pay my rent. Owens has been steadily working on screen and off, recently appearing in shows like The Affair, Divorce, and Elementary."
Vern Fisk. I'm Brian and Sophie's attorney.
He's also worked as a teacher at Yale. He says he started working at Trader Joe's out of necessity, and that the store gave him the flexibility to go on auditions and take acting jobs while still working there.
Owen says since The Cosby Show, with the exception of one theater job, he hasn't had a job that lasted more than 10 weeks in 26 years. As for Trader Joe's, he quit because of all this unwanted attention, but the store has said that he has the option to come back anytime. And Robin, I hope that some casting directors are paying attention.
I think that they will be. Lindsay, thank you. Joining us now, this exclusive interview with Jeffrey Owens. Thank you so much for allowing us this opportunity.
You're so welcome. Thanks for having me.
I see that you have your badge on.
Of course.
Proud, and
Yes.
you should be. You know, so many people speaking out on your behalf, people you don't know, and fellow actors. What's the feeling like?
It's, you know what, it's really overwhelming. It's in a good way.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I kind of feel like that character in that Woody Allen movie that wakes up one morning and he's a celebrity all of a sudden and has no idea where it came from. It came out of nowhere. I really want to thank everybody out there, family, friends, Hollywood community, and the general public for the incredible support, the amazing support and positivity that they've shown for me. It really is, it's quite astounding. It's very encouraging.
Really turned the story around, because
Absolutely.
did you also feel that those initial reports were trying to job shame you?
I did. You know, when I first saw the pictures, and by the way, they photoshopped those pictures, by the way. You know they photoshopped.
Oh yeah,
those
of course.
You know,
Understand.
you know I don't look that bad. No. But I was actually preparing for my role as Falstaff in a production of Henry IV Part 1 set in a grocery store. But I mean, I was really devastated. But it lasted. It was the period of devastation was so short, because so shortly after that, the responses. My wife and I started to read these responses from like literally all over the world of support, and so. Fortunately, the shame part didn't last very long. It hurt, but then it's amazing. So,
Well, you know why, Jeffrey? Because people, you know, just like us, you got to make ends meet. You got to do whatever you need to do for your family. Is that what you were doing?
Exactly. I mean, I got to a point where, you know, I've been teaching acting, directing for 30 plus years, but, you know, got to a point where, you know, it just didn't add up enough, you know, and you got to do what you got to do. I wanted a job that I could have some flexibility, try to stay in the business. I didn't advertise that I was, you know, at Trader Joe's, only, but not that I was ashamed of it, but because I didn't want the entertainment community to kind of decide, well, he's doing that and he's not in, you know, he's not pursuing acting anymore. You know what? I felt like I had to be careful about that. So, But
how long did you work there? Did people recognize you when you were working?
I worked there for 15 months before this happened, a couple of weeks before this all broke. And people recognized me every day, and they were very, very cool about it. Sometimes like too cool. Like they'd be like, "Oh, you work here?" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like, "Oh, cool." It's no big deal. It's like, "Really? It's no big deal at all." It's like,
well, have you been getting any calls now? Acting jobs?
You know what? I mean, not really. I mean, there have been like some hints, interest and stuff. And you know what? Honestly, I mean, I know this might sound weird, and I wouldn't feel comfortable getting acting jobs from this event. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind getting auditions. Right. I don't mind if people call me in to try out for things due to what's happened. But I actually wouldn't feel comfortable someone giving me a job because this happened. I want to get a job because I'm the right person for that job. Yes, exactly. So, but there's all kinds of interest now because of this. So that's nice. You know, I mean, I feel like I'm more of a celebrity now than I've ever been. I'm more of a celebrity now than when I actually was a celebrity. That makes sense.
Oh my goodness.
And I do want to say this. You know, this business of my being this Cosby guy who got shamed for working at Trader Joe's, that's going to pass. You know, that's going to, you know, in some measure of time, that's going to pass away. But I hope what doesn't pass is this idea that people are now thinking, this rethinking about what it means to work. the honor of the working person and the dignity of work. And I hope that this period that we're in now, where we have a heightened sensitivity about that and a reevaluation of what it means to work, and that a reevaluation of the idea that some jobs are better than others, because that's actually not true. There is no job that's better than another job. It might pay better, it might have better benefits, it might look better on a resume and on paper, but actually it's not better. Every job is worthwhile and valuable, and if we have a kind of a rethinking about that because of what's happened to me, that would be great. But no one should feel sorry for me, either from a positive or a negative perspective. I've had a great life. I've had a great career. And I've had a career that most actors would really, would die for. So no one has to feel sorry for me. I'm doing fine.
Jeffrey Owens, ladies and gentlemen. Jeffrey Owens.
That's true.
Well said. Well said.
Okay, guys. Okay, and I just wanted to definitely do that. I hope y'all actually, I hope y'all took something from that. I really do. That was a very powerful, impactful message from a brother, from a hardworking man. It wasn't something on a black man or some type of white thing or anything like that. That was pretty much just, it was what it was. That was what it was, what you just heard. This man, he's a teacher at Yale. He has many different acting jobs. He's very highly accredited. He's done things, Cosby Show, The Affairs. He's done different types of jobs, of things that, a lot of people can't even say that they've done. He works at Trader Joe's, and actually Trader Joe's is a really good store to go to. And the thing about it, that if you didn't get nothing from that he's trying to put out, is that you got to understand that I'm out here to do a job. He wasn't trying to look for handouts. He wasn't trying to look for, Terry Crews was sweeping floors after the NFL. There's different people that have to take different steps to get to the criteria of success that they need to get to. And that's nothing to be ashamed of, that we need to start breaking out of that type of mode, especially as men and women. Even as teenagers. Y'all might see an adult working at McDonald's and you say, damn, I can never see myself doing that. How do you know? How do you know? You don't know what type of hard times you might fall on, but be willing to take that type of step to actually be successful. To be able to, step out in your own faith. But this kind of critique that we have, where we think that, oh, well, you work a certain type of job, or you're doing a certain type of thing, or, well, she as a woman, she can't be doing that because that's not her place. When you don't know what type of goals that someone might be trying to work, or they're trying to buy a home, or if they're trying to get a car, or they're trying to do extra hours so that way their kid can go to a nice school. That's not for you to judge. That's not for you to make that call. I speak high praise on those who step out in that type of faith and do what they need to do. I give much respect and much praise to Jeffrey Owens. Much respect to him. That brother understood that this is going to pass. The job that he was doing, they even said, if you want to, you can come back. I just want you guys to understand that. Take something from this video. Thank you for joining us today on Black Male Talk 2 Unfiltered. If you want to hit us up, Facebook me, send me any messages, comment below. Like the video, share the video, subscribe. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Peace.